When I was waking up, information control was one that was extremely eye-opening to me. Bullet point number 2, minimizing or discouraging access to non-cult sources of information, including TV, radio, books, articles, newspapers, magazines, media, critical information from former members, aka apostates. Keeping members busy so they don't have time to think. Think about that for a minute. Why are they so afraid for you to look at anything outside of what they're feeding you? Just think about that objectively and critically for a minute. Why are they so afraid? The truth should not be afraid to be challenged. And the fact that they are constantly telling you, do not listen to apostates. They lie about everything. Don't look at any critical information or media or news because it's lies by Satan. They are trying to control what you are seeing because they're afraid of the truth getting out about them. And especially right now with court cases going on against them and them being investigated for, again, CSA stuff. Pennsylvania is a big one. In the states that has happened. They do their very best to scare people away from anything outside source because they're afraid of the truth coming out. Number 3 of having information in outsider versus insider doctrines, allowing only leadership to decide who needs to know what and when. There is an elder's manual that only elders are allowed to see. Thanks to some whistleblower, it is available online for anybody who wants to see it. Why is that information not accessible to everyone? Especially because they have information in there on how to handle CSA, and their number one thing they tell you to do when a CSA allegation happens and is brought to the elders is to call Bethel and to call the legal department. Why is it not report to police? When a building is vandalized in the elders manual, it tells you to call the police immediately. So tell me why those two things are handled differently. Why do only elders know about this? It is so crazy, the information that is kept from the regular everyday sheep of this cult, and it's just because they don't want them knowing exactly how this works. Encouraging spying on other members. Who's been ratted out by a friend or somebody in the hall for something they did? I think every JW has at some point in their life. They're constantly looking at ways to rat other people out. There is no loyalty in this organization. Extensive use of cult-generated information and propaganda. JW Broadcasting. All of their news articles on jw.org, they want you only looking at their stuff